It's a bright, frosty, early December morning, and I'm trying another new venue. Just about to throw in. The sun's a bit bright to my right. Straight in. That one didn't even let it settle, it took it and lifted and float up. Float never settled, that one. This is not far off where I made the first video of the decent roach. It's the same drain but further upstream. I've had to cut a path out. If you look at all the reeds around me, I've had to cut myself a path. When I plumbed up the depth, I got some weeds, so I wondered whether it was a bit weedy, but since I've chucked in, I'm catching fish, so it can't be that bad. I think I might have to come up off the bottom a bit, because that one took it before it settled, so possibly they're well off the bottom. Nobody ever fished here for, well, I don't know whether I've ever fished here, but there was no places. I've had to make myself a flat place. The bank's nice and flat at the bottom, but it was a bit of a jungle getting to it. So I just wondered whether there'd be any fish, but there obviously is. Yeah, I think I might just have to shallow up a fraction. Just about an inch. Took it on the way down. That's lifted the float. That's a lift bite, that's a smaller one. Now I've been fishing an hour. I've got 25 fish, so I'm not exactly bagging up, but I've switched from the 4 metre whip to the 3.5 metre because I found if I came in a little bit closer I was getting more bites, plus the fact it's quite weedy out there, so it may be there's a better weed out on the 4 metre line, so I've come in a bit closer. It's quite deep here, well, for this area it's a good 5 foot deep, so I'm a bit dubious about feeding the bread, whether to feed it sloppy or hard, or but with it being still I'm feeding it fairly sloppy because it will go down to the bottom. Yeah, I don't know whether it's making any difference. I've had 2 or 3 fish on the 3.5 metre whip. I got one instantly, the instant I threw in with it, but a good fish. But it's not rapid. Getting a few bites, but it might come on as the day goes on, because it was quite cold this morning and it was frosty on the way here. Yeah, there's a lot of small ones. It doesn't seem to matter what size hook you use either, because I've gone up from an 18 to a 16. I'm still getting as many, if not more, bites. So they're not hook shy here. I did try on the 4 metre whip, coming about 6 inches off the bottom, but I was still dragging weed, so I assume it's still growing. Probably better in a month or so's time when I've had a frost or two. Another small one, but it's better than nothing. I've had to net a couple. There's a lot of crap on the top, that's not helping matters either. Duckweed and bits of weed, and I don't know where it's come from. Probably with all the rain we've had, it washed in from some of the side dikes and drains. It's been set on. There's a small drain that runs off the other one, the one I was fishing the other day. It's absolutely covered in duckweed, so it's probably just washed in off one of them as I've run it. I've only known this drain actually run once, and then it only run for a few minutes, probably 3 or 4 minutes, and it went like hell. It just went whoosh, nearly took my keep net off the bank stick, and then stopped and backed up, and it went down 6 inches, come up 6 inches, and didn't didn't do anything really. Another, that's about one. Yeah, I think the 3.5 metre whip line is the one I want to be on. By the looks of it. You'll notice I'm using a different keep net today. I found with the other net that I use with a big top for match fishing, if I get a big weight in it and pull it out, I'm bending the rings and I don't want to break them, so I've brought me one I use for them daft brown things in the summer. And this one's got plastic rings, or thicker rings anyway, and it's used to having sort of a bigger weights in it, so I can pull this one out without bending and breaking it. Bites are very strange. Some of them, they're very. That's the smallest fish I've ever had out of one of these drains. They're very fickle. Yeah, this does seem to be the line that the fish want it on. It's about a metre closer in than what I was fishing, so it's sort of probably the middle of the drain because it's not very wide. Now I've been fishing 2 hours and I've just replumbed up and found that where I'm fishing at 3.5 metres is about 3 to 4 inches deeper than what it is with a 4 metre whip. So, and I've just deepened up and I've just had the best fish of the day, which would be about 12 ounces. The wind's got up a bit, not a lot, it's just a bit of a breeze, but it's just shoving all this crap through on the top. And I've put a depth marker in now, marked a thing, but it's, with it being quite deep, I've had to use a really long bank stick. The sun went in, it went quite hazy a few minutes ago and it turned quite chilly. It's not rapid by a long chalk, but it's just catching enough fish to just keep me interested. But they are decent quality, most of them. Definitely not a bagging session, this one, but it's still quite interesting. It's funny, you just get a couple of fish and you think, change something, get a couple, and you think, oh, cracked it, and then you can't get another bite. Another small one. Varying the size of the bread as well. I'll keep putting a bigger bit on every so often. You know, get the odd fish on it, but it doesn't seem to make a lot of difference how big your punch is. If the fish are there, they'll take it. But if they're not, it doesn't matter what size you put on. A lot of people think you vary the size of the punch to the size of the fish you're looking for, but that's total rubbish. You vary the size of your punch to the bites you're getting. Start off on a medium sized one. If you're getting a lot of bites, go up to a bigger one, and if you're struggling for bites, you go down to a smaller one. And you'll catch what's in front of you. I've caught some of the biggest roach in matches later on a piece the size of a pinhead on the point of a 22 hook. I remember one match I was really struggling, and in the last hour and a half I went on to the tiniest bit of punch that I got in my box on the point of a 22 hook, and I had 25 roach for £9.5. I won my section. So it's not, if I'd put a big bid on, I wouldn't have got those big fish. These have gone off again now. I say I was getting bites, but sometimes if I just try casting a metre to one side, I'll get a bite. I still think there's a lot of weed out there. I might have to shallow this up a bit. I was fishing about 6 inches off the bottom, and I've just gone to 1 inch off the bottom now, and I started to get bites, but then they've gone again. I'll always keep feeding even when I'm not catching. now had another hour and I've only had 3 fish. The bites have gone right off, and all the crap in the river seems to have gathered on the top in front of me. I've just been up and had a walk to my left, and it's clear as anything. There isn't any up there, and in this short bit here that where I'm sat, all the crap seems to gather in front of me. I'm going to have another. I had a bit of a walk, so I'm going to have another attempt. I threw a bit of bait in before I started, a couple of handfuls of bread. I don't know, I'll probably have put them off completely now, but I'll have a quick go. But I'm not very hopeful anymore. The last time I fished in this particular drain further down, I caught like mad for 2 hours and then spent another 2 hours without a bite, so it's probably the same here. But the wind's got up a bit and it's right behind me, and for the pegs it's sort of skimming over the top of the bank. It's shady just where I am, so I assume that all the crap's landed in the shady bit. So I probably shan't be fishing much longer, or it just makes it really awkward. I'm not bothered throwing anything else in. I chucked a couple of handfuls in before, so. And a few minutes ago I had a bird nearly take my head off, came flying round this corner and landed in those reeds somewhere. I don't know what it was. But it don't look too promising at the moment. I'm going to pack up now. If you just look at this, it's just all this crap's just settled in front of me. I'm in sort of like a shady place. It's not too bad up that way, and it's perfectly clear up that way. Good 20 yards to my left, and it's perfectly clear. I've had a walk up there, but I'm not going to swap round. I could move, but that's impossible, that is. I'm going to walk a few yards downstream to another. And if you look, the water's absolutely perfectly clear. Not a bit of crap on top or anything. I've obviously set up in the wrong place today. There's plenty of other places down here that just need clearing, but all that crap, and look at it here, absolutely perfect. It's just my luck. Despite not being a very good day, I've still got some nice roach in there, if you can see. Don't know what sort of weight I've got, but I'll just weigh them. Got some of these daft scales that take some working out. So that's about £15 when then take the net off. I'll take the net off. later. Be about 12.5 pounds, I should think. But there's some nice roach in there.